Now I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Right, great.
I think
Or has it? Yes, or has it?
if I accidentally touch control, it mutes me on Skype, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
I do it to switch scenes occasionally.
I think you might need to turn my volume up again because I'm actually getting a Steam message to say my voice is low.
Is it now? I mean, I can fix it. It's at where it was before. I just unmuted.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right, well, I'll just have to speak louder then. Okay. Wake up everyone in the house.
I mean, I'll give you a bit of a boost here, but
Okay.
there we go.
Alright. Holy shit, look at these spawns.
Oh my god, is it okay? You know what? I'm gonna run down the builds really quick. Aquarius, we got Flat Gat, double Mercs, 5. The Sarah, we got dual Merc. Yeah, that's nothing changing there. Volpez, Lumberjack. Okay, here we go. Mandarin Mallard, probably the dual Merc, Gat front, Gat, Flat Gat other side. Yes, indeed. Already fire going down. Dirty Duck, standard paddling build. Alright. That is, of course, the Galleon with all the Flak Lumberjack Merc, and then the Pyramidian with Flat Gat Mercs.
Now, Wolpers spawn miles behind the rest of the blue team, but the thing is, this map is so big and cloudy, I mean, red team didn't really have time to take advantage.
Balloon is already down on Lucky Duck. Lucky Duck's taking a lot of hits. Hull is already taking some damage. Mandarin, Mallard, and Dirty Duck need to get in this fight, try and protect, or at least draw fire away from the Lucky Duck. I hate observing on this map. There's so many clouds everywhere.
So, Lucky Duck bounces off the sea there, just like in real life. Takes cover behind the giant rock.
Mallard is even poking his head out a little bit too far. Dirty Duck's coasting around properly, but man, Mallard is in a very susceptible position. He's got to be very careful.
He's gonna get behind cover in a minute. I would expect. I think he's trying to zone out Volpez so he can get focus on the Aquarius. If I had to guess, but Aquarius taking cover too. Right, the most vulnerable ship right now is the Sarah. The Junker has no cover whatsoever. If all 3 ships decide to focus fire, yep, pop in tar, getting out of there. Sarah realized the situation she's in.
Gotta be very careful. Big hits, holes at half. Kerosene.
Oh, Sarah never should have been in that position to
Oh,
begin
he's
with.
gonna get torn apart, and that Pyramidian's gonna be very susceptible. One last hit. There goes Sarah. Aquarius is gonna be very susceptible, just as susceptible as Sarah. Volpez not managing to get proper arcs, even at that massive height. He's at flight ceiling, just trying to get any shots he can on the Lucky Duck and Mandarin Mallard.
Now, sometimes firing higher will actually decrease your accuracy on the Lumberjack. It's actually easier to hit your target and arc your shots properly, firing from a low position rather than a high one. True story.
Yep.
Anyway, the Lumberjack, the Volpez, just sort of pinning down the entire red team at the moment. Of course, Volpez is vulnerable himself, and he realizes this, moving back behind the rock.
Sarah can get some very nice sniping angles from that position, I believe. Let's see, is there anything really obscuring? As of now, there shouldn't be. Yeah. Sarah should sit right there. Sarah should be sitting right there.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, the Anatidaephobia are going to find it difficult to find good cover with PNS flanking them like this.
Oh my god, clouds. Making my obsing life hell.
Yeah, this is kind of making me...
Again, this wind has... or this map has a lot of wind, rather. Pushing these clouds, changing their positions, changing their cover. Very dynamic.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, this isn't your daddy's sniping map.
Yeah, indeed, and there's a lot more cover than most maps.
Will just blow you around. I mean, there's cover, but it's not quite as much as say something like in Duel or Canyon or God, even Fjords. Really, I mean, this is a pretty wide open map, and you've got these sort of long, jagged rocks to hide behind.
Man, those Mercury fire just raining into the Mandarin Mallard from the Aquarius and Sarah. clouds obscuring their view. Flares not even able to clear the distance they need to because there's clouds in between there's a shite ton of clouds between them.
They officially do not care.
Volpez keeping at the flight ceiling from what I can see. He's so far away that it's not even rendering for me, like his ship. Or he's in clouds.
Volpez needs to come around for a better flank here. I mean, there's not really much Anatidaephobia can do.
I like that they're sticking by these bridges, though, because it kind of obscures a lot of what the enemy can do charging-wise.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think what looks to be a rickety wooden bridge would hold up very well if an airship kind of flew into it at full throttle, but apparently, yes, it does.
Mandarin Mallard was shooting at that bridge so much, getting some shots off on the Aquarius. Lucky Duck.
I mean,
I don't know what. Look at what the Lucky Duck's doing. The wind is literally pushing him into the mountain at this point. And he's having a rough time.
This bridge is like an Indiana Jones bridge. It looks like it could fall apart. Just one adventurer stepping on one bad plank.
And I thought I saw a missing one. Yeah. Oh, safety hazards. Health and safety, get on that.
Yeah, exactly.
The kids in the background. The kids in the background.
This is a beautiful like place to live. It looks like you've got an observatory on the top of one of these rocks around these apartment blocks.
I want to say this is Barony's territory, but I'm not entirely certain on my lore for this map.
I need to revise my lore a bit more. So, what faction do you think you'll join?
I don't know. Baronies, if they fix the way the ships look. They all look like Air Buccaneers ships now, and I'm like, nah. If not, probably Anglian. Somewhere from the north, you know. What about you?
Well, I've been pondering kind of where Bully Boys, the kind of Black Flag Squadron, sort of fit in the world of Guns of Icarus. Like I talked to you about this before, I sort of see them as this sort of this kind of criminal gang with sort of legitimate political connections, so they're sort of semi-legitimate. So I don't know. I'm not sure where they fit in best with that kind of idea I've got in my mind.
I almost feel like holding M is the best decision for like seeing how these snipers are engaging each other. Lucky Duck got a bit of a crap ram there. Why is T not? Because I'm typing, that's why.
You know how we name our ships Japanese names?
Yeah, so Yeshin?
I was thinking like maybe like we'd be kind of these white guys who kind of live in this sort of the Yeshin Empire.
Man, Mallard is taking a lot of damage from that dual combo. I think Lumberjack's even assisting a bit. Can't really tell with these massive names.
It's like we live there, but we're not natives, you know?
Yeah.
I think that kind of interesting.
That makes sense.
Anyway, yes. Enough self-indulgent talk. We have a long sniping match.
Volpez is the only one getting arcs on there right now. I'm going to use my map again. You can see, I think Volpez is the far right. And you can kind of see that arc.
Volpez is too far away, I think.
Now he's kind of creeping behind a pillar from what I can see. Oh, never mind.
Red team are trying to outrange them, I think. Yes, they realise...
I think they could. What do you think?
Volpez is way on. I think Volpez still thinks Anatidaephobia is somewhere where they're not, and I think Anatidaephobia are going to try and flank.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. If you hit M, if you hit M, you can kind of see them zoning them into the corner of the map there. Excellent play, because there's like little to no cover in this corner of the map, except these two pillars.
Good point.
And that, but I don't know if you can quite make it around that.
Well, I'm getting all these birds flying in the face of my camera. Shoo!
E2 is like a couple of the only rocks they can take cover behind, and or actually no, am I hallucinating? I'm trying to map awareness.
Oh, mad!
C and D. Deer are those two massive ones, I think. But yeah, red team's just going to compose themselves. Definitely at a hull disadvantage, so chipping away definitely worked.
Okay, these teams are officially disengaging and reconsidering.
Yeah, flares finally making it the distance, but I think those are coming from PNS, never mind. Yeah, shooting flares on this map is damn near impossible if you want them to line by where your enemy is. Because there's so much cloud cover, it's more likely to hit a cloud by you than by them.
PNS are taking cover behind the biggest rock, I think, on this map. Not only is it a huge rock, it's also got loads of clouds as well. So
I'm having a really... Usually I'm really good with navigation, but placing these rocks where they are on the map is really screwing with my head right now. B3? Or what?
E3.
Okay. So you're talking about blue team. Alright.
Oh, I think they don't know they don't know where each other are.
They're literally ring around the rosieing on the biggest, like one of the biggest maps in the game right now. This is...
Yeah, they've completely lost each other.
Grade A stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, this is the rock.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in this situation before. Like, I mean, they could be just around the corner. Oh my god, we better be careful,
Yeah.
Everything's slow.
Again, they're out of the render distance of each other.
Yeah.
So...
They are actually literally moving to opposite sides of the map now.
Muse, can I has more render distance? Pretty sure my processor could take it.
I don't think even if they had render distance, their guns could shoot this far.
Yeah, let's look. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks in between each other. So that's what, like 4,000 meters, 4 kilometers.
I've already forgotten. How did the first kill happen?
They chipped. Who was it? Oh my god.
Was it the...
Wasn't Volpez.
I think it was the Aquarius maybe charging ahead of it?
No, it was the Sarah.
Yeah,
Sarah was coasting backwards, but he was like way open to all their fire arcs. Okay, that's what happened.
Yeah, all dressed up with nowhere to go.
Yeah. Caster amnesia.
I always watch these casts and I think, how can these guys forget what happened like a few minutes ago? But actually being in the game and casting it makes it harder to remember if you're just watching.
Talking your mind, man, you don't absorb 90% of it, so it can get really difficult. Again, there's like 4 or 5 kilometers in between these two teams.
You absorb information a lot better if you're kind of sort of passively kind of absorbing it rather than sort of commenting on it constantly and trying to pay attention to everything else. But enough self-justification. I feel we've excused our...
Oh, they're going to cut straight through the middle of the map, man.
They are going right around here.
Well, I think they're going to coast around to the... Ooh, I'm looking at the red team, aren't I? Okay, so they're going to coast around to this big rock, and they might be able to come up behind blue, but blue's looking like they're going to try and entrench themselves in that position.
Let me see. Looks like they're continuing to move. They're keeping on their toes. That's not really a position you can entrench anyway if the map's...
Yeah, for blue team, yeah, it's very...
They're going to have to move a bit more before they can entrench.
How are the rocks? Because from the top view, you can't really tell how high the rocks are. I mean, yeah, they could use these few rocks as cover. I think that's definitely...
Yeah, well, where they are now is good enough. The thing is, I think this is the first time we've ever seen, I think, War Hazard's competitive play as a sniper level. And I think this is going to reveal possibly some problems with this match. Because, I mean, most maps have, like, places where teams can kind of peekaboo each other with the cover and the sniping. But this map, not so much.
It's very...
One place where
they're playing ring around the like, I would at least... They're so far apart that they can't even see when the team flares to check if they're there, right? Like, that is how far they are away from each other right now.
Right, let me use an analogy. Like, in like most third-person shooters, like you'll have like one group will have their waist-high wall, and another group will have their waist-high wall, like an equal distance away. This map, I mean, and normally most maps there is some sort of equivalent to that for sniping, but this map not so much. I don't think, or at least none that's been established yet. Oh.
Kibutsuri. I always like it when I see Kibutsuri and Hizumi meet each other in a pub lobby.
What do you think? What do you think, QWERTY?
QWERTY would have seppuku'd by now, man.
QWERTY would have suffocated on his own rage.
Oh man, I just. So they're coasting. They're having fun. They're flying in formation, which is cool. Conga lining it, keeping their left sides. I wonder. Okay, here I'm gonna check this out because I want to see if the FOS Sarah has their gun. Yeah, Mercs on their left side, and they got them. Even the Lumberfish has a Merc on their left side. 4 should be, and more. Cool. So they did sync up the line. You know, the Junker didn't end up taking a right side Mercs, which would have been really awkward.
Should be able to see each other if they. Don't think there's anything.
Did I hear a flare? I see a flare way in the distance. You can't even see flares. Look, it's not even like it's just this green ball in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's no way the paddling can see these flares.
Anatidaephobia. The fear that somehow somewhere a duck is watching you.
Man, they aren't. The ducks are blind right now.
I believe PNS are experiencing anatidaephobia. They feel like the ducks are watching them, so they have to keep moving around, changing position, so they don't get caught out and ambushed.
That or this is one of the most spectacular trolls.
Yeah, it's this whole tournament is just a conspiracy to troll us.
Let's get these casters together and then go in a circle for an hour.
That's why QWERTY it's just a troll me. The first reason.
Okay, I wonder. Is I feel like this game feels like it's going on way longer than it is.
Yeah, well,
come out.
A little bit of smack talk here.
Blue team, come out wherever you are as we go away from you guys.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Oh, spots.
Yep, here we go. Oh yes, this could be a beautiful surprise attack.
Now they have Anatidaephobia. Holy. They see that eye in the top of their screen just go wide and they're like, oh my god. Spots going down on the red team as well. Shots going off on the Lucky Duck. Just kind of missing. Mandarin Mallard. They're just attacking, trying to get any shots off on the ships as they coast around. Lucky Duck. Oh my god. This is very aggressive from the red team, to seeing as how much hull they have.
Yes, it is. But then again, I mean, the PNS are a little bit caught out in the open here.
Gotta be careful. They want to focus down that galleon because they know that's the DPS making. Knocked out 2 of their engines. Chipping away at its hull, but it's going to get out of range.
That's a big trouble.
He's going to hang behind this.
Take cover. Good job, Squash.
Good play, but he needs to be super careful. They are focusing all their guns on him.
Now what are you going to do? Yep, Smollett and Squash, ducks of a feather, I'd say.
Dirty Duck.
Oh, Lucky Duck taking too much fire though.
Gotta be careful. Couple more. Oh, just getting that back up, but if Aquarius fires...
Oh, look at Smollett just coming in, blocking, trying to save Squash's life.
He's trying to just...
Sarah.
Smollett essentially, through fear of God, just scared the blue team back here. They would have had the Dirty Duck or the Lucky Duck, and then they could have just focused down the Dirty Duck. Amazing. Now the Dirty Duck...
I mean, that is just... You can see that, Smollett and Squash, they just must be sort of like brothers. They must kind of
weird
know
twin shit
exactly what
going
each
on
other are
behind the
thinking.
screen
You
scenes.
know, there must be some sort of weird mental link at this point.
Mandarin Mallard taking those hits, gap fire, tearing them apart, getting way too aggressive. Dirty Duck, a tad bit of a leg spike on my end.
And you know, for all that stuff, I was just talking about Smollett. He did end up dying there, unfortunately.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, he wanted to save Squash, but it was at the cost of his own life. And looks like Squash may have disconnected, according to my tab here.
Oh, it might be a bit of a glitch. I think.
Have a look. Let's have a look on the Lucky Duck.
That's up to the ref. I mean, we're not going to worry
Yes,
about that.
yes. Squash has disconnected. This could be catastrophic.
Lucky Duck is in a lull right now. Gonna take up more blitz, taking the helm.
Yes, Orbit's taking the wheel here.
Red team has to be super careful. Holy. Ugh, I would not want to be in Red's shoes at this point.
No, no, indeed. But
they got an AI gunner in return, so I guess they have that.
Yes, one of the best pilots in the game. Yes, that sounds like a good deal.
Dirty Duck poking his head out, but man, the Lucky Duck's out of commission at this point. It's so low and it's missing its captain. Very dangerous situation for it to be in.
Control that AI gunner from only the captain can, and the captain's not there.
Well, someone else takes the helm if the captain.
I don't think you can automate though. I don't think you can automate unless you are actually in that top spot, which Morblitz is not.
Ugh. Dirty Duck is gonna be taking a pounding here. All three giving it right back to the Aquarius and taking him out just as he dies.
Oh, Matt, I just saw a double kill there. Dirty Duck went down just as Aquarius did.
Yep, yes indeed they did.
Power outage on Squash's ship, apparently.
It's up to the administration, see what they want to do.
Yeah. This is really unfortunate, but, you know, the show must go on.
That is 8 kinds of shitty.
Yes, it is.
I guess it's up to the TO, and red team should just be hiding behind this rock.
It's a good lumberjack. I wonder if Morblitz is kind of jumping down from the helm to the... No, it looks like it's the AI taking the heavy flak.
Renee says no restart. It's tough shit. Kills have already gone down. I mean, There's no way you can prepare for that, right? Like, power outage, very inconvenient, but stopping the game of 24 other players is...
There are things you can do to prepare for it, but there's no way to mitigate it. There's nothing you can do to mitigate something like this.
Yeah.
You are at an inherent disadvantage. I mean, I suppose you could have, like, some sort of ruling for tournaments about sort of, like, you'd have, say, a substitute pilot, and he'd sort of join in the game in the middle if some player had, like, a complete loss of power or whatever, and just couldn't get back in the game. But that's for tournament organised to discuss.
There's a lot of things about fairness that you have to question. Blue knows that they're at a disadvantage now and will be jumping on the Dirty Duck.
Blue smells blood in the water, and I absolutely don't blame them for taking advantage.
Yeah. Aquarius flying through tar. I mean, it's a tough decision for Scrim to make, but I think he made the right one.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's really that. I mean, you've got to abide by the rules you set yourself, really.
Yep. The Russians are staying up late. It's definitely not fair to them to just restart a match because someone disconnected for an unforeseeable...
Really late for them at this point. But if I had to make a judgment call in Scrim's space, I'd just say, like, some random duck take over for Squash or whatever.
Yeah. And that's all you can do. Looks like they're rocking an AR gun.
That's the best you can do, really.
So, got blue team trying to cut off any assistance for red. Oh, Squash. Squash not giving up yet, man.
Squash
Red
has
needs
got
to
back
hang
in.
on. Oh, Dirty Duck. Aquarius cannot brawl with the Dirty Duck. Dirty Duck has been winning that fight every time. Their flak timing's flawless. Their deer leader is back in the fight, and morale is just boosted.
Well, Squash is back in Guns of Icarus. He
He'll
doesn't appear
take a
to be back
minute.
on the Lucky Duck yet.
Seeing that red name pop into the bottom left is
Yeah,
about as
around
much
some
as,
stuff.
yeah, Squash has joined. There we go. He's back in
There
it.
we go. It's back in it.
Ducks abide by no power outages.
It's up to Polaris to be jet.
Mallard needs to be careful. Dirty Duck's going to be taking dual fire, Gat from Aquarius, Gat Flak from Aquarius, and a Lumberjack from Volpez. Very split up fights going on here. Dirty Duck managing to try and strip armor. Sarah stripping Mallard, but there goes the Dirty Duck. Aquarius coming up behind him with that flat Gat. Gonna see the Mandarin Mallard go down. If I would not be surprised if 3v1 Lucky Duck just supporting on the fringes.
Yeah, Mandarin Malad's in a bad place right now. Oh, Squash. Squash not happy. Squash complaining.
Teal's decision is final. That's how tournaments work.
Yeah, yeah, Duck's not happy with. Well, I mean, you know, the situation is not unprecedented. I mean, we've had BFS have had plenty of sort of players disconnecting and having to reconnect in the middle.
And just general lag. Lucky Duck's probably going to go down to the combined
exactly.
fire.
Yeah.
That might have been a tactical decision.
I mean, it sucks, but I mean, like I said, this is not unprecedented, and I mean, it's up to the tournament organisers.
That's the nice thing.
They've set themselves.
That's the nice thing about having offline lines. You don't need to really worry about connection problems.
Mm. Well, it's not like Anatidaephobia can't pull this back anyway.
Yep, they definitely have space, albeit a little bit less than blue, so they have to play super careful. And they're really separated, but that just means more firing angles. Blue's right out in the middle, so they could definitely catch this fight back up, and they have a whole advantage, so I don't think Red should be complaining as much as they did. It's a shitty scenario, but they're nowhere near behind, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's times like this, I mean, you just got to think, I mean, probably paddling knows this as well as anyone. I mean, you just got to try and not think about it. Don't think about bad thing that's just happened to you. Focus on the game.
Definitely tilt-worthy. You got to think kill to kill. You got to, plan if you only have one kill left to give. Look at that. Got to be careful. He needs to get into cover right now. And he will. He'll dip right behind this spire. But man, he is taking 3 Mercury shots apiece, probably more. 2 from the Sarah.
Mandarin Mallet's out of position. Very out of position.
Oh, what is he doing?
That was, I don't know what he was doing right now.
I mean, he can try, but triple focus from anyone is gonna. He might be trying to distract. While the Dirty Duck, we've seen him brawl against Aquarius and he wins like every time.
Oh,
so, man, way too early.
Against Aquarius, yeah. Now, I mean,
his flak timings are down, and he's gonna be. Yep, and this is their last kill. They cannot afford to lose this.
I did not expect to see this. I really didn't.
And after the guy with the most hull health, too. We've seen him brawl, and he knows he's brittle. Oh, just those 2 flak shots getting him down to about a third. We could see the Dirty Duck run, try and break some. Yeah, he's going to get eviscerated. He's got to be careful.
Aquarius smells blood in the water. He knows this is going to be over. Aquarius pilots between those bridges, very nicely done.
Just needs to get his armor
Keep your
back up.
flag shows.
Oh, yeah. There's the second
That's it.
shot.
That's it. I mean, this isn't. I just get the feeling. I mean, it's pure speculative. I mean, you know.
They, I,
I mean, Anatidaephobia, I mean, good job, I mean, toughing it out. I mean, you were placed in a really shitty situation, I will say that. But I get the feeling that after that happened, they just got demoralised and distracted. And then everything started to kind of go a bit bad.